All right, so today we're going to convert between fractions, decimals, and percent. So we're going to go straight in, and we're going to start going from a percent to a fraction. So this is the first one on your list, percent to a fraction. What do the directions right here tell you to do? Put a 100 under it and reduce. This is really what we were doing yesterday, because a percent means out of 100. So let's look at the first example. 15%, this is not in your notes, this is my example for you. So 15% would be what over 100? 15 over 100. Are we finished with this one? No, because it can reduce. Okay, and I can make the cake, or you can reduce it a different way, but I'll go ahead and make the cake for you. 15 and 100, 5 goes into both of them, good. 5 goes into 15 and into 20. I'm sorry, 100. Gave you the answer, didn't I? 3 over 20. So our reduced fraction is 3 over 20. Okay, and then there are 3 for you to try. So go ahead and do these. Remember, you're putting it over 100 even if it looks like this. Okay? Even if it looks like that, it's still over 100 because it's 120 out of 100. Okay? So write your 3 answers to these. All right, 13% is what over 100? 13. Does it reduce? Nope, so we're done. 120% is what over 100? 120 over 100. Does it reduce? Mm-hmm. So we could do 12 over 10 by getting rid of the last 0. Then what does it simplify to? 1 and 1/5. Very good. 1 and 1/5. Okay, and how about 3%? What over what? Good, 3 over 100. That one doesn't reduce either. Okay? All right, so the next one is going from a decimal to a fraction. Now, this is not one that we have spent very much time on except for yesterday. So it says rewrite using place value. That means read it the official way and then write it that way. So this number right here is 0.45, but if we read it the official way, it's 45 hundredths, 45 hundredths, just like we were talking about yesterday. So we put 45 over 100. Now, do you think we're going to leave it like that? No. Now we got to do what to it? Reduce it. Okay, I'll make the cake real quick. 45 over 100. What goes into both of them? 5. Very good. How many times does 5 go into 45? 9. 9. And how about into 100? 20. Can 9 and 20, do they have any common factors? No. Nope, so we're done. 9/20. Oops, that's wrong. 9 over 20. Okay? Go ahead and do these 3 right here. Hint, is 14 a fraction or a decimal? Is 14 a fraction or a decimal? It's a whole number. 14 is a whole number, right? So start like this. 14, and this is your decimal part to put after it. All right, so you should have gotten 39 over 100 for this one. How many people got 14 and 5/10 and reduced it to 14 and a half? Okay, do you see when there's a whole number in the front, just put it there. And then just work with the decimal part into this. There's no need to do anything else with it because it's a whole number. Now this one I didn't finish because I want to know if you know what number goes underneath the 16. Hint, it is not 100. All right, Kimberly? Good, because this is 16 thousandths, right? It's the third place behind the decimal. 3 zeros in 1,000. So it's 16 over 1,000. But then we can reduce it. So 16 and 1,000. Who reduced this already? Anybody? Nobody got there yet? Did you do it? What'd you get? 8 over, close, 500. 8 over 500, because if you divide 2 into 1,000, you'll get 500. Very good. 8 over 500. It can reduce again. Thank you. I just was seeing that. Yes, you're right. So let's divide it by 2 again, and we'll get 4 over 250. Now can we reduce it again? We actually can. So we get 2 and 175. Is that right? 125. 125. Yeah, y'all, I'm sorry. 125. Is that the bottom? Is that it?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad you know. Good. 2 over 125. Sorry about that. So Dr. Pepper can help you remember decimals and percent. So D stands for decimal, P stands for percent. If you're going from a decimal to a percent, you're going to move the decimal in this direction, which is to the right. Decimal to percent, you move the decimal to the right. Because Dr. Pepper. You got it? If you're going from a percent to a decimal, you're going to move the decimal to the left. Because Dr. Pepper, the opposite Pepper, Doctor, is to the left. Does that make sense? Yes? No? Yes. All right, so let's practice that. So, if we are moving a decimal to a percent, you move the decimal, and this is very important, and I want you to highlight this in your notes. You have it in that little bubble that says Dr. Pepper. This is super important. You're always going to move the decimal 2 places. Okay, because most of the mistakes people will make is they don't move it 2 places. And you will hear me say over and over and over again, 2 places, always 2 places, and only 2 places. Because you're going to think you're moving it 2 places, but sometimes you're only moving it 1. And I'll show you why that happens. So if we have 0.95, and it says, since it's decimal to percent, Dr. Pepper says we're going to move it to the right. How many places? 2. 2 places, always 2 places. So we're going to go 1, 2. 1, 2. So it equals 95. And since it's a percent, we're going to write a percent sign at the end. 95%. 2 places, always 2 places. Now there are 4 examples on there for you. Very quickly, move the decimal 2 places to the right on all of those and write a percent sign at the end. All right, so hopefully you got 39% and 4%. How many people got those too? So if you left this one like that with a 0, that's fine too. It's the same thing. How about this one? The decimal goes after the 5. So it looks like this, 125%. Okay? How about this one? The decimal goes where? In front of the 2, because I said you're going to move it 2 places, always 2 places, and only 2 places. If it's behind the 2, you moved it 3 places. 1, 2. So it is 0.2%. Just remember, always 2 places, only 2 places.
What if you put a 0 behind it?
So now we're going from a percent to a decimal. We're moving it again 2 places, always 2 places, 2 places, always 2 places, and only 2 places. Very important. So here's my example. And since we're going from percent to decimal, we're moving it to the left. So I'm going to move it here. Now when we don't see it, it's at the end. So right there. We're going to go 1, 2, so it's 6.26, and we no longer use the percent sign. Okay, go ahead and do these 4. Same thing, 2 places, always 2 places, only 2 places. Okay, so looking at these, remember, it's always going over 2 places, no matter what. If you'll just keep that in your mind, even if it looks funny, because that looks very funny, doesn't it? But it's still correct. This one is going to be easy for you if you've been doing your calendar because you have done it a whole bunch of times. When we're going from a fraction to a decimal, what do we do? Who remembers?
Divide.
What do we do? Who hasn't given me an answer yet? I'm looking for a... Yes. The what into the what?
The top and the bottom.
Close. Bottom into the top. We're always going to divide the bottom into the top. Everybody pull out your calculator. Because for this, you get to use a calculator. This one here. Pull out your calculator. Now remember, when you're dividing the bottom into the top, you start with the top number. So you're going to punch in 1 divided by 2. Type it in. 1 divided by 2. And you got 0.5. Very good. Okay? Do this one on your paper. 1 divided by 5. When you have written it down, raise your hand. One divided by 5. When you've written it down, raise your hand. Rachel. Oh, yeah, 0.2. I'm sorry, I thought you said something else. 0.2 or 0.2. Correct. Okay? So going from a fraction to a percent, this is also from the calendar because you've been changing a fraction to a decimal and then you change it to a percent on the calendar. So how many people know how to change this into a percent without me telling you anything else? Only a couple? How many think you might know? All right, if you think you might know, I want you to just try it and then we'll see if you're right. And then I'll give you directions. By the way, you can use your calculator. How many people think my answer is correct? Very good. Okay, so you divide 5 into 3, and you'll get the decimal. Then to go from a decimal to percent, we just move it 2 places to the right because of Dr. Pepper, right? All right, do 6/8. So we divide 6 divided by 8. That gives us 0.75, but it didn't ask us for the decimal. It said the percent. So we're going to move it 2 places to the right, and we have 75%. This is just a little bit of practice on what we've done so far. So in your notebook, you have this chart. Let's go ahead and start working a couple of these. We'll do a few of these together. Okay, so let's say if we're going from the fraction 1/4, and we're going to put a decimal here and a percent here. So we need to go from fraction to decimal. How do we do it? Divide the bottom into the top. Do it. Divide the bottom into the top. 1 divided by 4. Do that. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then to go over to our percent, we're going to move our decimal 2 places to the right because Dr. Pepper, decimal percent, 2 places to the right. So our percent is 25%. All right, so the next one starts with the decimal, and we've got to give the fraction, and we've got to give the percent. So let's start with decimal to percent, because we just have to move the decimal 2 places to the right. So we go 1, 2, makes it 60%. Then to go from here to the decimal, we're going to read it. It's 6 tenths. It's 6 tenths. But 6 tenths can be reduced by dividing both of them by 2, and we'll get, very good, 3/5. So 16%. So we'll go to the decimal first. So we'll go over 1, 2 places. That makes it 0.16. And then this is 16 whats? 16 hundredths. So we'll put 16 over 100. It can reduce to what? Anybody know?
4/25.
Let's see, if we divide both of them by 4, yep, we're going to get 4/25. Very good. Okay, How many people can do the last two without my help? 2/5 and 4%. Okay, go ahead and try those. We'll go over them in just a second. All right, I wrote some answers for you. This might be the one you're most likely to miss, because remember, this is 400ths, because we have to move that decimal 2 places. So it's 400ths, which reduces to 2/50. Okay, so sorry, that is 1/25. You are correct. Thank you for noticing.